Greetings to all the plant mamas and plant papas out there. Hope everybody's bringing home them roots, bringing home them plants. And if you're new here, my name is Mickey, and welcome to Wicked Natty Roots, a channel where we bring you some of the beauty that nature does have to offer. And before I start, I just wanted to send my thoughts and prayers to the Ohana in Hawaii and everything that's going on. And so today's video, everyone gets excited about a wish list plant, right? You see a plant somewhere, a nursery, a big box shop, and it catches your eye, and you're like, wait a minute. And then you just go home, you research the plant, you see it on Instagram or another YouTuber's channel, and it just stays on your mind, right? It has a lasting impression. Whether you see it out in nature, it just has a close connection to you somehow, some way. You know, you just always wanted that wish list plant, and today I want to share one of those with you and tell you a little bit about it as well. And before I tell you what the plant is, I'm going to give you guys a hint. And this type of plant is used very much so for food, one of life's best pleasures, right? And this plant, it has over 300 species, like 200 known identified ones, native to Mexico, southwestern areas of United States, the Caribbean, and it's just, the whole plant is just amazing. And so I'm gonna give you guys a look here. So this plant right here, check it out. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Bam! Right there, guys. This is an agave plant, specifically a quadricolor century plant, the agave Lepanthia. And so agave Lepantha. And so this agave century plant definitely is close to home. I'll show you guys a picture of me sitting next to one in Puerto Rico up in the hills, and it just always caught my eye. You know, it always I was so intrigued by it. And I seen this one at Home Depot a few times as going, and I would look at it, and I would stay on my mind. I'd say, I'm gonna go back and get it. I would go back, and I didn't find it a couple times, but this time I did, you know, got under the nooks and crannies, and there it was. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna grab it for $24.98 in an 8-inch pot. And the quadricolor, that's 4 colors that it gives you. And it says here, dark green leaves edged with yellow and a pale green midstripe. The yellow margin is highlighted by dark reddish teeth, which give the leaf 4 colors. Provide bright light to full sun. And yeah, and so this, oh man, isn't that so cool? And this isn't the actual agave plant that I know of that is used for many things. You know, back the agave word is derived from the Greek word agavo, meaning illustrious. And you know, if you dive in a little bit more into the Aztec and the Native Americans, they used this plant for a lot of things, including sweeteners. And so, you know, agave nectar, the syrup, and you know, you put it on your French toast and pancakes. This isn't, maybe it's the one, but from the nectar, you know, I heard that the plant strips away the leaves, leaving exposing the core, the bina, and that's where the sap is extracted from. It's heated, refined, and converted into sugar, you know, the agave syrup. And so it is definitely an alternative to sugar. Agave syrup is on the glycemic index, it's about a 15, so it doesn't spike your insulin level too much. Table sugar should be thrown away if it's, you know, if it was up to me. But I am a plant-based intake person. I've eaten meat around 6 or 7 times this year, and you know, we eat food, you know, to sustain, to survive, and also to satisfy. And so back in the day, imagine just being in a jungle, you know, and just having this, you know, all you're left with is imagination. And so, you know, this plant way back when, you know, it's still used very actively in today's world, I should say, you know, for other things as well. Agave is also gluten-free, the agave nectar, the syrup, and so definitely a great alternative. It's also used for medicine. Oh man, I can imagine what medicines they used. Again, from the roots, there's a gum that was formed back in the day, a paste that would treat toothache as well, and has antiseptic and anti-inflammatory properties, which help the human body heal, and treated jaundice, treated GI tract. So if you're having issues with your gut, agave and other things, are well for it. I definitely encourage you to just dive deeper if you'd like to learn more. What's also cool about the agave plant was was also used to treat snake bites as well. And the soap was, I always wondered what they used for soap back in the day. The agave plant and roots and leaves contain saponins, which is can be used as a cleaning agent. And so I just kept saying, wow, this plant right here does so much. And one of the coolest things that I found as well, that tattoos, right? Now, I've had this plant for a couple weeks now, and these are sharp. I've had it, it's poked my butt, it's poked my ankle, and it really, they are sharp suckers there. And so back in the day, they would use these as needles to do tattoos. And how about the ink? Well, agave's got ya. And they would burn the leaves into charcoal, and they would use that for ink. Pretty cool, right? Also, the sewing kit. This was also used as a sewing kit. These, this can pierce right through any fabric, And so what they did, they would peel this, and they would strip away the fibers of the agave plant, and they would just sew with it. If there was something to be patched up, you can make necklaces, shoes, rope, especially when they're charred. The leaves, they soak them and they leave them to dry. The process is a little bit, I'm leaving a few things out, but yeah, they made a ton of rope with the agave plant as well. And yeah, that is amazing. And I just thought that, when you see something and something calls your attention, especially nature, you go out and get it, just get it. Agave plant, get you some. Anybody got one of these? I've seen this I thought it was going to be a Century Americana plant, but I'm glad I got this one, the quadricolor agave lapantha. And isn't that such a statement piece right there? I just thought it was super cool. I have notes here about the agave plant. The whole flower, stalk, and root are all edible, and also the paper was also made from this with the indigenous and native individuals, that tribes that had nothing else to work with, and survival of the fittest. The paper, like the papyrus, they would somehow just dry out the leaves, and the leaves would be used for paper. Not as clear as today's paper, but back then, I'm sure many children and many adults used that as paper for drawings and to deliver messages. So thought I'd show you guys that Wishlist plant right there. Really enjoying it so far. I'm gonna giving it as much light as possible. And what do you guys think? Super cool, right? Beautiful. I so glad that I found it, and I was able to share that with you guys. And so that is that Wishlist plant. So I do have a few more Wishlist plant, and give you guys an update on this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, be you, be strong, go to the beat of your own drum, and keep dancing, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, like, comment down below, and thank you guys again for watching Wicked Natty Roots. All right, till the next one.